All right. All right. Happy Saturday. And because it is Saturday, let's go demi-plié and stretch and tendu to second and plié and stretch, tendu to fourth, plié and stretch, tendu to fifth, plié and stretch, back to your second, two grands and the two and the three and the four, five and the six and the seven and eight, parallel stretch, close, reverse, one and the two and the three and the four, five and the six and the seven and eight, one and the two and the three and the four, five and the six this time to first, grand and the two and the three and the four, five and the six and the seven and eight, forward and two and the three and the four, back and the six and the seven and eight. Find your balance in first, and there we are. And here we go. Make sure you feel your demi-plié on your way up. There we go. Make sure you relax your feet on the floor, all 10 toes. Open your chest as well. Demi again. And relax when you're ready. And even so that portable forward is in the very end, remember an anticipatory allongé before you go. All right. And yeah, careful not to throw away your demi-pliés on your way up from your grand pliés. So really feel demi-grand, demi-stretch. Here we go. Left side, please. and relax when you're ready. That's it. Okay. Let's go tendu and heel down, toes up and toes down, half point and heel down, and the stretch and the close, and the 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8 and the 1 and the 2, your toes, your heel, your tendu and close, flex and the half point and full point and plie, and flex and the half point and full point. Tendu your heel, toes up, toes down, heel up, heel down, stretch, close, the same to the side, to the front, inside flex, through your toes. Outside side, let's roll through in second position, and there we are. And here we go. Nice and calm and articulated. Feel your in-between fourths. And relax when you're ready. Here we go. Left side, please. And Okay. Tendu and heel and tendu and coupe and tendu, one cheval and two tendus and tendu, just heel, tendu, add your toes, tendu, pas de cheval, and two tendus and one and two and three and four, five and six and seven and eight, one and two and three and four, roll through in fifth. Tendu, close first again, heel, tendu, coupe, tendu, cheval, two more tendus. One and two and three and four and five and six and seven and eight. One and two and three and four and five and six, seven and eight. Four more. Roll through in fifth. Let's have our arms up. Stay in fifth. Okay, here we go. Just take it from your toes. You may have already an idea where this is leading to. 7. And 2. Tendu, cheval. Now 2 more tendus. There we go. So it's a tendu sandwich. Tendu back. And the coupe. Now 1 more tendu. Now 1 cheval. Now 2 more tendus. There we go. Feel your forces. Now your seconds in between. And 2. 2 more tendus. 4 more tendus and close fifth back. Roll through, press that back forward as much as you can. And back to first and 2. There we go, and 3. Make sure you relax your feet at first each time. Here we go. Left side, please. And how long can that heel stay on the floor for your tendus, and how soon can it come back? fifth and the fifth coupe, cheval and the back and the front and the back and the front and the fifth coupe, cheval, side and the side and the side, you don't change your fifth. Back and the two coupe, cheval and the front and the back and the front and the back and the back and the side, front and the side, back and the side and the front, soutenu and the fifth coupe, cheval and the back and the front and the back and the front, side and the side, coupe change, cheval change, tendu change, no, keep your fifth the same. Back and the coupe and the, back and the back and coupe and cheval and the front and the back. Front and the back, encore from the back and the 3 and the 4, 7 all together, plié, soutenu. Two tendus, a coupe and
the coupe and the chabal are the same leg, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
For the moment. Two tendus, a coupe, a cheval, then change your tendu back, tendu front, tendu back, tendu front. The same pattern goes to the side and to the back. Then 7 encore starting from the back and a soutenu to the other side. Everything, change your coupe and change your cheval again. Then you go to the side quick. Your coupe closes 5th back, cheval comes back to 5th front. So change your 5th each time when you go to the side when it comes to coupes and chevals. That is only when you go to the side.
And then it stays where?
Exactly.
Away.
Yep. So you go side and side, coupe goes to 5th back, cheval comes to 5th front. One more tendu side that gets you to 5th back. Now stay there when you change your legs. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it goes this way.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Decisive 5th positions. And, of course, arms, heads, all of that fun stuff. Here we go. And 5th coupe, cheval 5th, and a 1. And 2 for your forces in between. Side, change. Here we go to the back 1 and 2. Encore 7. Interesting choice of encore. They go. And 2. And coupe and cheval and the back. Nice and tall in your hips and your waist. Encore starts from the back. And the back and the side. There we go. And the side and the back and the side and the front and finished. That's it, right. Fifth, coupe, cheval, 1, 2, 3. Fifth, coupe, cheval, 1. Nah, hold on. Fifth, coupe, cheval. No, fifth, coupe, cheval changes 1 and 2 and 3. Fifth, coupe change, cheval change. Keep it on the same leg. Fifth, coupe, cheval, 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7. Just stay right there and contemplate your sentence. All right. Yes. Fifth, coupe, cheval inside. 3 more dégagés front.
I'm still to the side. It's not.
You're still puzzled to the side. You go fifth, cheval change, coupe change. Hold on. We need to change with the cheval. That is the same as before. Fifth and the 5th, coupe change, cheval inside. 3 to the side.
Oh.
Yeah, so your cheval always happens on the other side, on the other leg.
That works.
Okay, I'm glad to know. Okay, here. Here we go. Good luck. Oh, oh, to the side. Oh, balance was. And relax when you're ready. Here we go. To the other side. Careful not to make your paddle chabals too big and too open. That's right. Everything in fifth on the count. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, and relax when you're ready. Shall we do it at that speed now?
Was that what you intended the first time?
No. I intended
Because that
to
would have
get
been really fast.
I intended to get you comfortable with the sequence, and I will have the spell check if that works double time as well.
That's sneaky.
Isn't that cruel and awful and rotten and terrible? Fifth, 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 fifth. That is your tempo now. So forget that you even have knees. Okay, just push down and it should all work just fine. And here we go, and fifth, 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 fifth. That's it, good. And balance was and 2 and 3. And sure. Well, that was a worthy quest.
It was.
Well, much better than previously, whatever that day was when we kind of had a complete spasm down there.
That was yesterday.
Was that yesterday? Woo! Okay.
My spasms are never far apart.
Are they that memorable? All right. So it's a great progression. Here we go. Left side, please. And we're redeeming ourselves. first and 2 and 3, plié, développé, close, développé, stay, and first and 2 and 3, plié, chabal 3 times. 8 and 7 and the 6 and the 5 and the 4 and the 3 and the 2, plié, passé, and flat, feel yourself, close, reverse. We could have port brass 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, there, stay, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, chabal, 1 and the 2 and the 3. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, passé, relevé this time, close fifth, soutenu, other side. 4 dégagés, 2 développés, don't close your second one. 4 dégagés, 3 chabals. 8 dégagés, 1 passé. Pliés anytime you close, excepting after these 3 chabals. And here we go with your armor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, develop twice. 3 chabals, 2, 3, 8. Interesting choice of fifths and quarter bras. Here we go, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Plié, relevé, and let go, deal with it, and soutenu. On the haut port de bras. On the haut port de bras. En dedans. I think you were right, I was wrong. And relax. There are technically no alternating port de bras because it always came from the same place, if he had closed correctly. But that is okay. Fifth and grand. Forward and 2, temps lié, back, temps lié, and the ronds, and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, plié, front to coupe, to the side, to, not coupe, what am I saying, attitude, to the back, attitude, stretch. Fourth, grand, and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, let's go to the bar, 2 and the 3 and the 4, temps lié away from the bar, 7 and the 8 from there, 8 round de jambes en dedans and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, plié straight, attitude when you stretch it, 1, 2, 1, 2, stretch, into your parallel stretch, whichever that is going to be. 2 demis, 1 grand. Port de bras forward and back the first time with temps liés in between.
That's what.
8 round de jambes en dehors. Plié straight attitude when you stretch. That's right, really feel your diagonals when you do that. Stretch your arabesque, go down to your fourth. Here we are. And side, please. And carefully to sink in your head when you're on the genre. Since it is Saturday, frappe and plie, half turn and the plie, fouilleté, tombe, back, step forward. Frappe and plie, half turn, en dedans, plie, fouilleté, en dehors, sorry, step forward and back. Front and the side and the back and the side, front and the side and the back and the side, flick, flack, en dehors, plie, fouilleté, tombe, step back and the close. We are ready to reverse it. Three frappes, 3 goes into plie, half turn, plie, fouilleté the other way, that's it, tombe forward, step back. From the front, same thing, front and the 2 and the plie, en dehors, plie, en dedans, fouilleté, tombe back, step forward. Back and the side and the front and the side, we are in the reverse and the 7 and 8, flick, flack, en dedans, to arabesque, tombe back, step forward, be done.
It's 3 to the front before the turn, right? It's
Yes,
not
correct.
one.
It's three frappes everywhere, excepting for these 8 quoi. Yeah, front, half turn, plie, fouilleté, tombe, step back.
Okay.
The same thing from the back. Back and the 2 and the plie and half turn and plie and fouilleté, tombe forward, step back. Now encore 8. Front and the side and the back and the side with your head would be really nice. 2 and the 3 and the plie, flick, flack, en dehors, fouilleté, en dehors. Tombe, step back. Reverse on the other side. Back, en dedans, fouilleté. There really is not much choice which way your fouilleté goes. Front, half turn, fouilleté. That's it. Encore 8. flick-flack, en-dedans. There shouldn't be any question which way your fouilleté goes there either. Okay.
I'll find one.
I'm sure you will. Okay. Let's see how we do. And oh. Yes, and I think your muscles appreciate a little break. Not bad, excepting for pushing of, not letting go of the bar early enough so that that closing arm is not lagging behind, and then give you that whiplash. Remember, especially, well, for both of these things, for the half turns and the fouilletés, feel the first quarter or half of the rotation with both arms in place, and then you're out of the woods. Ditto with your fouilleté. There, the half of the rotation is always the à la seconde transition. However, when you have the half turns, you also want to feel your halfway point, which exactly in this case is en face, or in en-dedans, it's to the bar. Is that making sense? If you can feel your both arms at the same place there, then everything should go just swimmingly well. Without slapping yourself. Okay. Are we good for the other side? Other than that, head to the side when you have your frappes to the front and to the back would be nice. I know the wheels are turning, but that shouldn't mean anything. Here we go. And take two. And here we go. And and one. And eight. Okay. And no. Sometimes it is much more difficult to take less force.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Let's have this one. Fondu to the front, plié, attitude to the side, through passé, to développé front, close fifth, fondu to the side, plié, attitude to the back, through passé to arabesque. Fondu to the back, plié, attitude to the side, through passé to à la seconde. Circle pour le bras a little tiny bit quicker so you can plié and soutenu to the other side. Fondu to the front, plié, attitude to the side, through passé to développé front. Fondu to the side, plié, attitude to the back, careful there from your passé already to the back. Now the last time we go plié, attitude to the side, passé à la seconde. Circle pour le bras, soutenu to the other side, and that is it. So circular pour le bras only goes one way since we are not reversing it. One fondu, one plié attitude. One développé through passé, that's right. Then start your fondus to the side, however your développé pattern goes front, back, and side. And then from there, fondu back and fondus, plié attitude to the side. To passé à la seconde, the last time, close fifth front. Circular porte to the bar and soutenu.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Super soft and articulated fondu. Plié attitude. Diagonal. To the side. Now développé front. Fondu, sure, if that is what you want, that's what you get. Plié attitude to the back. Hold on, we're off to a really bad start here. Fondu to the front, plié attitude to à la seconde. Développé to the front. Fondu to the side, plié attitude to arabesque. Développé to arabesque. Fondu to the back, plié attitude to à la seconde. Passé à la seconde, développé, circular pull.
That's okay.
Yeah, you mashed up a few combinations from previous occasions.
Yeah.
Here we go. And feel your attitude both times. Yeah. Now feel your attitude again. To à la seconde. Now passé, développé front. Two legs work together. You can close fifth, you don't have to hold it there, but you can, of course, if that is what you must do. Plié attitude to arabesque. Passé arabesque. Strong shoulders, open your chest, relax your shoulders a little bit. There we go. Form your back. Plié attitude. Passé. Two legs work together again. Close. Circle. Other side. Don't forget to exhale once in a while. And one with plié would be good. Again, open your chest, ease your shoulders. That's it. Okay. We struggled with that one, I think, yesterday, just a tad. So let's have this one again. One grand battement and the two grand battements and the three grand battements soutenu. One grand battement and the two grand battements and the three grand battements half turn on the long. Side and the two and the three and the four and the five and the six, 1.5. Step forward and cloche and the 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 stretch and the close. Reverse on the other side. Back and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 soutenu. Front and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 half turn. Side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6, 1.5 on the long. Step back, cloche and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the stretch and the close. We'll take the left afterward. Remembering that your coupe never changes fifths, so be careful with that. 3 front and a soutenu.
Okay.
Okay. Are you sure you know where you are? Half turn on the long. After your.
Okay.
Yep, no, 3 to the side. 1.5 on the
Now it's going this way.
No, it's going forward. You're in coupe front, you should step forward out of it. Cloche start to the front too. There. Cloche start front.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
So the first time you step forward, the second time you step backward after you're on the down 1.5 C. Okay. Make sure you're pushing down into the floor for your competence. Step forward and through. That's it. Here we go, reverse. After on the road, there you go, good. On the down 1.5. Step back. Okay, and remember when you step back, it's a tendu front. Your first cloche goes to the back. After your 1.5 on the down. That probably comes from 5th position back. Okay. I'll be good for the left.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Nice and tall in your stomach. That's not the crunch exercise. Heel forward and spine. Remember, less force is more. Knee side and spine. And forward and through. That's more like that. And finish. All right, let's have a nice stretch. Come to the center. Let's go front and the back and the front and the back, coupe, 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 change. And the back and the front and the back and the front, coupe, 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 change. And the side and the side and the side and the side, coupe, coupe, on the oar. Chassé forward, close fifth, one front, one side, one back, demi-plie. Front and the back and the front and the back, coupe, coupe, on the oar, change. Back and the front and the back and the front, coupe, coupe, on the down, change. Side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, coupe. Oh, I should have done the other coupe, obviously. Coupe back on the oar. Forward and the close, one front, one side, one back, plie, and back. Is that making sense? Front and back, coupe, coupe, coupe. Let's have both arms with that one. Back and the front and the back and the front, coupe, coupe, coupe. Side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Leave your arms where they are. Plie, turn. Forward and the close, one effacé, one écarté, one arabesque, plie, stretch. You're ready for the other side.
I missed that last bit.
So the last one is a coupe turn to the right. Chassé forward, close. Stay where you are, one tendu effacé front, one tendu écarté front, one tendu arabesque, demi-plie, finish. So it's just en croix, starting with the inside front. Front, side, back.
En face.
Yep.
4.
Coupe front, coupe back.
Okay.
Plie.
Back.
Yes. No. You need to go left foot is in front, left foot on the oar. Coupe turn. To chassé, effacé forward.
Coupe, coupe front.
You're not changing your feet. You're still going the wrong way. Coupe front, coupe back, pirouette, chassé, effacé.
Coupe front, coupe back. So then it's the front leg.
Yes, it's a right turn. There we go. Now close fifth, effacé front. Back, front, side. Back. Plie. Yeah.
Okay.
So once again, your coupes don't change. I think that's the trick to it. The first two, at least, not. Does that make sense? Front, back,
Okay.
back. Coupe, keep it. Only your third coupe changes.
Okay.
Yeah. And the same to the side. Coupe front, coupe back, close fifth back. Then your front coupe on the or right turn to chassé, effacé front.
Well, we can mark it. I can get that part.
Yes, I'm sure you can. Okay, and if we don't, then I don't know what to do. Here we go. Here we go. Is that a little clearer?
I think.
Excellent. Okay, here we go. Interesting arm step. Let's not throw that equity arm away too soon there. Sorry, I interrupted you. Yeah, make sure it's an écarté front tendu before you open that arm, rather than just letting it fly. Just a little detail there in the very end.
Yeah, something felt funny.
Right. Just don't throw that écarté away. Effacé, écarté, then arabesque, instead of just whoa, tossing your arm out of the window. All right, here we go. Oh, by the way, coupe arms should be the opposite one in first. So you're changing your arms twice.
I thought you brought them both together. Okay.
Oh, yes, for the third one, but not for the first two.
Okay.
So each coupe gets its own opposite arm before they both come together for your little switcheroo on the or on the dome. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
So one arm, then two arms. Okay. And opposite arm, now both. There we go. Same thing, opposite, both. Now they stay. Or not. One. Clear, there we go. Right away, that was better. Yeah, to the side, you can keep your arms in second position.
For
the coupes.
You mean in second?
Yes, correct. Just keep it in second. Keep
okay.
them, and then there's no real reason for a preparation there. Just a plie with your arms in second should give you plenty of impetus for that little swivel turn on the oar. No reason for any habitual preparations.
Right.
Okay. You know me. Front and the back, and the front and the back, on the oar, on the dome. On the oar.
At the same speed?
Is that gonna work? Let's see. I might be super ambitious. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. No, that wouldn't work. Hold on a second. 1 and the 2 and the obviously. Coupe on the oar close fifth. Back in the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Coupe on the dome close fifth. Side and the side and the side and the side. Coupe. Where am I? Oh, that stays the same. Forward close and 1 and 2 and 3 plie and stretch. So your first two coupes obviously don't turn. You're not even in my sick head would that work. However, the third one does. Instead of just switching corner, make it an on the oar or an on the long turn. So you're doing basically exactly the same that we already did in our Alex and Gregg section.
Okay.
Again, there are no habitual preparations needed. Okay, here we go. Just push down, attach your toes. 2. Better. Easy shoulders. Yeah, I know. But that's okay. We'll blame it on Saturday, but you use
Yeah, definitely.
That's the only way to go. Simple. Développé front and 2 and 3 and 4. Passé en face, relevé, temps lié. Développé back and 2 and 3 and 4. Développé en face, make sure it's an underdog heel. Relevé, go forward. Développé à la seconde, 2 and 3 and 4. 2. Passé, attitude. Relevé and 2 and 3 and 4. Temps lié. Pour le bras forward, stretch, close. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Passé en face, really feel that on the movement. Relevé, temps lié back. Back and 2 and 3 and 4. Passé heel forward. Go forward. À la seconde, 2 and 3 and 4. Passé to attitude. Relevé. Remember, the speed of your relevé matters when it comes to these balances. Temps lié back, pour le bras forward. Done.
Okay.
Are we good to mark this?
Yeah.
All right. So try not to pop your heel. Press your toes into the floor. Let your heel react to that for some nice stable balances. Okay. And here we go. An attitude and still attitude and turn the year back and pull the bra forward. Here we go, left side and one. Feel both arms. Keep opening up. Make sure you keep that passe attached all the way to the end. That's better. And one. Yes, it's a temps lié back out of the attitude.
Oh.
Which would have helped your balance too.
Right.
The other thing is when you're in your passe, you should be landing on your passe foot first, not on your standing leg foot. Which means you need to hold on a little longer to your relevé in your standing leg before you go into your temps lié backward. So it's literally falling slightly backward in passe before your foot disengages and comes down to the floor.
Okay.
Yes. So that is that little extra tenth of a second holding onto your relevé and allowing yourself to fall either backward or forward, which is usually responsible for the ending of a good pirouette. Yeah, that last moment.
Yeah.
that is so scary. And that only works if your body is exactly prepared to go where the thing is falling, instead of just down.
Okay.
All right? Are we good to do this one more time?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. And let's, of course, remember we have 2 arms and 2 legs. Not just 1.5 of each, or whatever else we can feel. Here we go. And try to relax your shoulders on top of each développé and on top of each balance. Relax your shoulders. Relax your shoulders again. And remember that's a passé. And 2. Passé. Hold on to that passé. And 1. Afraid to be too late. Forward and here we go. Huge tablier back so you don't run out of front. Yes, you did. I let you take that up with your future self. You can yell at your future self later. Okay. But never fear. Balancer, balancer, coupe, attitude, tendu and tendu, plié, pirouette, onde or tendu, forward and back and chassé to en dedans chassé, forward and 2 more balances. You're ready for the left. Down, up and back and forward, plié, pirouettes to tendu back. Careful there. Plié, en dedans, chassé, forward. Hold on. Brain fart. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Forward and back, en dedans, pas de bruit, enchaînement. 2 more buttons. Hold on. What did I do on the right? 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 7, 2, 3, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 balance, 1 and 2 and then it doesn't change side. But let's keep it this way. And let's go twice to the right instead of going right and left. Are we good with that sequence? Balancer, coupe, attitude, tendu, tendu, plié, pirouette, onde or tendu. Forward and back, chassé to fourth, en dedans. Chassé forward, plié, pirouette on the or 1 more time by an arc. This way we do get down to the other side. Sorry for changing my mind so many times. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7. forward and back, chassé. Yeah, they are balancé forward and back, so you remember your tendu after your pirouette. En dedans, chassé forward, plié, one more time, pirouette en dehors to fourth. There we go. Why make it complicated when it can be easy? One balancé side, coupe attitude, balance, tendu, tendu, pirouette to fourth, pirouette to tendu back, do not go to fourth. That is exactly what I'm trying to avoid here. All right, now forward and back. Now chassé croisé front. It's just a chassé to fourth straight away. There you go, exactly. En dedans, chassé forward, one more pirouette to fourth. Then your left leg is ready to balance it. And then we can go right and left. Brilliant. Are we good to give this a mark?
Yeah.
Find something just a tad faster. I think that works better. Down, up, tendu, tendu, plie, pirouettes, tendu back. Don't be afraid of the angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go. Don't be afraid of the left foot. Down, up. So be super careful, you get two different endings of your en dehors pirouettes. The first time it pulls your tendu backward to tendu front. The second time it lands behind you in fourth.
Okay.
Mean, evil, nasty, rotten me. Okay, here we go. Back. Evil laugh from the abyss. And your first balancé is sideways en face.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can.
Okay, okay. Here we go. This is the test. Forward and back this time. Chassé. Now to fourth. Side. I know there's a lot of stuff to think about. Yeah, side to attitude, then forward and back. But at least that second pirouette was somewhat improved. Well. Sometimes we just have to do the first one wrong in order to get the second one right. And as long as it doesn't happen on stage, that is totally fine. Okay. Yeah, shake it out. And. Would you like to do this one more time?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Much better, much better. Yeah, if you just give it clear direction, things usually work out a little bit better. If you just go somewhere in between, now your body takes over and now there is confusion. And breathing always helps, and relaxing always helps. And a nice quick spot always helps too. Okay, here we go. And sideways, down, up, go. I also let you take this one up with your future self.
I
Let's go easy. First and 2 and 3 and 4. Second, 2 and 3 and 4. Changement close back the first time. Échappé fourth, échappé second. You're ready for the other side. First and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Second and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Close back first, 2 and 3 and 4. Fourth and fifth and second and fifth. You can go twice if you like to.
okay.
Are we good to mark this?
Yeah.
Just to mark sure. Yeah, the only irregular thing is close your foot back first in these changements. Close behind. Échappé fourth. Second. First. Fourth and second. Yeah. And try to emphasize your fourth and second in these échappés when you open and when you close. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Nice soft knees. Use your toes. Delay your heels. All of that fun stuff. That's it. Nice and light. Breathe through your fingertips and toes as well. Very good. That's it. Right. All right. I guess that is why they invented the floor. Good. Good cardio challenge there.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the latest and greatest incarnation of this combo. Changement, assemblée, changement, glissade, assemblée, assemblée, glissade, front, one more changement. Changement, assemblée, side, changement, glissade, assemblée, side, assemblée, front, glissade, front, one more changement.
Changement, assemblée.
Yep, changement, glissade, assemblée. So far it's fairly familiar.
Assemblée.
Now one more assemblée front immediately out of that, and that wants to go croisé front.
Assemblée.
And the glissade croisé front.
Glissade.
And one more changement. And
Changement.
now you are on the other side.
Assemblée.
Changement, assemblée, changement, glissade, assemblée, assemblée, glissade, changement. It's like a little poem.
No, I missed something because it didn't change.
Changement, assemblée, changement, glissade, assemblée.
Okay,
Assemblée croisée front, glissade croisée front.
that's what I missed.
Yep. And one more changement. And you want to start fairly far back so you have a fair chance of going right and left. Preemptive note. What we absolutely need is that or that, which was part of this week's torture, that brushing into plié fourth or plié second to make this combo work.
Assemblée,
Mm-hmm.
changement,
Yep.
glissade, assemblée, assemblée,
Glissade,
glissade,
changement.
changement,
Right. A dream for dyslexic people.
changement, assemblée, changement, glissade, assemblée.
No, assemblée, glissade. Mm-hmm. And then one more changement. Are you okay?
I have a pitch in my get along.
Okay. So let's keep these hips fairly uninvolved.
Changement, assemblée,
Changement, glissade.
changement, glissade, assemblée.
Now, assemblée, glissade, there's your dyslexic portion. And one more changement to finish.
Changement, assemblée, changement, glissade, assemblée, assemblée, glissade,
Uh-huh. Changement.
changement.
Yep, that's it. It's easy. Ish. If you do it right.
Okay,
Let's give this a mark. What do you say?
okay.
One, assemblée. Glissade, assemblée, assemblée, glissade, change. It only works if you brush into demi-plie. That is the only guarantee we have in this one.
Assemblée, changement, glissade, assemblée, assemblée, glissade, changement.
Right. Accents down, bend your knees and plie, everything should be fine. Okay. Here we go. Almost. Just a little bit more in. Yeah, especially changement, that glissade forward, be careful. It's a fourth position under your hips. It's not a gigantic opening of your back foot. So you have to push more of your back, like we talk about in glissades à la seconde. Right, when you go to the front, it's the same thing. Otherwise, it turns into a grand jeté. Right.
Glissade.
Right.
Changement, assemblée, changement, glissade, assemblée, assemblée,
Ensemble. So and
glissade,
think,
changement.
right, and think all of these things in circles. Assemblée is a circle. The other assemblée is a circle. Even the glissade starts with a little circle. It's almost like when we do these little envelopes or reverse pas de chevals. That is what these little pas de chevals actually teach us. That they always go to fifth. Okay, here we go. And better. Right. Careful. That is the tricky part. To change the quasi front assembly. Of course, it would be nice to point out toes in these bottom feet. Remember, they're going kind of away from each other before they meet each other in the assembly. Otherwise, it's easy to lose control of them, and now you're starting to pump a little bit too much on your standing side, and your jumps get lower and lower. Oh, did you see that, by the way, yesterday, if you watched the video?
Yeah,
What the difference it makes in height and articulation when you
I
feel
just
both
wish we
legs.
had one of those harnesses so that it would take away most of my weight, so I could feel it in action.
Okay.
Let me start with the left.
Yes, please. And here we go. And yes,
Yep.
that was the right idea. That was the right idea. All right, here we go. Try to take it as easy as possible. Trust mechanics. I should say that. It sounds almost sarcastical, but mechanics should take over rather than muscle force. Better. Yep. Right, 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 right. You just missed that very last changement. Or your legs giving out.
Yeah.
In this case, your legs tell you that it's time to take a weekend.
Yeah, yeah, I think I'm gonna listen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't want to interfere with this half of your off day and tomorrow. That would be terrible.
That's right, that's right.
So have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I
You
will be
too.
seeing you on Monday.
All right, thank
All right.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.